1,048 lakes. The panfish capital of Minnesota, Otter Tail County. Over the next 4 days, our crew will be exploring and experiencing the rich waters of the most infamous county in the state of Minnesota. The goal is simple: chase down the biggest crappies possible in the early ice window. Our hearts still belong in the metro, and we will be back, but we needed to take a vacation. So come join the party. First ice is here. We are in Otter Tail County. Good morning, and welcome back to, I think it's another episode of the Crappie Chronicles. Either way, we are on day 3 up in Otter Tail County. We're staying at Shady Grove Resort. It's been an awesome stay so far. It's such a beautiful part of the state. Awesome early ice fishing. Really awesome fishing all the time. Great populations of everything. Over 1,000 lakes. Can't get much better. But yeah, today we're going to go out, try to catch some more fish. And if you guys are interested in Crappie Chronicles apparel, like this stuff,
pretty nice.
You can get it.
You can now pick it up online after this will be after the St. Paul show. So if you guys want to get some of our merch, you can go ahead and the link is in the description.
Yeah, you can find it down below. The stuff I'm wearing right now actually will be coming out later. So like, if you leave a bunch of comments, maybe we'll release it sooner. Just let us know what you're thinking. There's some stuff that ain't on there yet, but it's early. We should probably go get on the road.
Let's do it.
Let me get after it. Woo! So we came a long ways to try a new lake, and we got here and most of the lake's open water. So pretty neat. Once again, cattails everywhere.
Yeah. And the whole main lake is wide open.
The whole main lake's wide open. We got this little cove though, so that's cool. I mean, if you want to grab an auger and drill a hole and just...
Well, I'm gonna go look at my phone quick. It's a really clear lake.
Yeah.
So if you look at satellite imagery, you should be able to see if
it's got pretty small pockets.
Yeah.
You can see the weeds are all the way out to where I walked.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I mean, the water also looks really low because you can see like where it used to be way up there.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, back to the drawing board.
All right, so we just struck out. Lake is wide open, but it's what happens. So we're gonna go check another lake. This one's way back in some woods, so it's gonna be a tremendous pain in the butt. There are absolutely no surveys on it, but it has depth, and we think there should be fish in it. But yeah, I mean, this early ice stuff, guys, like, we're up here, like, you know, we're in Otter Tail County. We're exploring. We know a couple of lakes up here, and that's kind of what we've done, but each day we've been trying some new lakes, and we struck out on some haven't even had ice, and just exploring. And you don't go get the big fish unless you risk it. So this next one we're going to, if it has ice, I think the potential's there. It's just really gonna suck dragging our stuff into it. But yeah, just gonna keep chipping away. It's like about 10 in the morning right now. We've been driving around trying to find ice for a while, but that's like literally half of your day this time of year. So just part of the ball game. All right, we just got here. We are going to grab a spud bar and go hiking.
Oh.
You ready? You ready to go hiking?
No.
All right, let's go. Hey Griff, how does that spud bar work on wide open water?
I just want to get a shot of him hitting that and
Yeah,
going
I know.
immediately through.
Yeah. How's this? Oh, wow, that was actually surprising.
Nope.
What tells you that? The 2 strikes or the wide open water straight in front of you?
Yeah, I would say both.
So, that didn't work. All right, back to the drawing board.
There's a Waldo 6 inches here.
Yeah.
That's 6 inches, boys. Let's go.
This is a very cool looking light.
Strikeout. Yeah, looks super cool. Let's go grab the kayaks, boys. We're leaving. We're going to a lake we actually saw ice on that we drove by. So I just had to call a buddy, good old Tony Mariotti, and I had to ask him how to get out there. So it's good to have friends who've been here before. So appreciate it, Tony. You're the man. Let's hope it works. We're on lake number 3 now. I think it's lake number 3, right, Pink? Maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
we're
We've
just
been
on the-
moving a lot. But the other lakes haven't had ice. This lake has ice. We started on the other side of the lake, and now we came up here. There's actually more ice up here, and now we have found some fish meandering around underneath some gray ice. As you can see below me, gray ice. It's super dirty. It looks like this sheet back there froze really early. Then it was super freaking windy and blew in a bunch of sheets, and I don't know, there's reeds, leaves, everything here. And it seems like they're kind of meandering around, hanging out here. Just 14 feet, flat basin type deal. We're gonna drill it out and go to work. See if we can make it happen. Been a long day so far with 0 fish and really barely any fishing.
Well, completely just missed a hook set. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, it's pooping everywhere. Got first crappie of the day. Just a little guy, but you know what? It's gonna eat. Let's get back down there. That was just on a black drop XO. And that fish came right up off the bottom. Right up off the bottom. So we're gonna get back down there. Right now we're in about 14 foot of water, just kind of a big basin area right here. And we're gonna see if there is another one around. I was pounding that jig pretty good. All of a sudden it just came right in. Super aggressive, but it missed me like 30 times. I don't know what the heck was going on there. Switched up to Bart's rod. See if another couple move in. Got another. It's another eater. There's a nice one. Another eater right there. No hesitation. No hesitation. Here's another. Oh, that's bigger.
Hiker, isn't it?
Oh, little guy. Woo!
We both went at the same time.
First slimer of the year. Not the deal. Not the deal at all.
Pretty sure it's a perch. It might be a bluegill. Oh, it's a baby crappie. He couldn't be more twisted up in the deucer. Real little guy. That's the smallest one we've caught this whole trip. He ate it immediately. Okay, so here's the deal. We spent a little bit of time out here. Waldo caught 2 crappies. I caught a little one. It has been a grind today between searching for ice, walking a lot, and not really finding much. So it's about 3 o'clock, and now the plan is divide and conquer. So Waldo and Griff are gonna head back to lake we've fished, go try to get some fillets for dinner, maybe get a bigger one or 2. And me and Pinkalla are actually going to stay on one of the lakes we've been at and camp out in an area hoping for a giant. So a little bit of divide and conquer to end the day here, but it's been more of a grind, but we're gonna use some of the stuff we've learned to hopefully help us connect with some of these otter-tailed giants.
So, we just split up with Bart and Pinkalla. They stayed on the lake we were just at. They're gonna wait out for a night bite, see if a giant one rolls through. We're a little low on fish for dinner, so Griff and I are gonna go whack and stack like 10 or 12 fish for us to have a nice meal. And I think we got a chance at a good one here too. So let's get out there, let's see what happens. This is a lake we were actually at 1 or 2 days ago, and we was with Jesus area, and there's a bunch of locals out here too. So the bite is on. Let's go.
Big. About time one came in and smoked it. They are turning on, folks. They are turning on.
Otter-tailed giant right there, baby. Woo-wee.
Well, that didn't work. Yeah, Pink and I camped out, hoped for a giant. I think Pink marked 1 or 2 fish. I marked nothing. So, yeah, didn't happen. Now I really hope Griff and Waldo caught fish, because I want to eat what Pinkalla is going to cook tonight. And I think it's going to be really good, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
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 And we have 2 fish. So I hope they caught them. I guess I don't really know. Find out when we get back to the cabin. Maybe we're eating bar food.
All right, guys. So we kind of ended the night. Bart and I really didn't end up scoring tonight. Griff and Waldo went over to a lake we'd been to before to try to catch some eaters for us. And it was tough for them, too. They were able to score a few. Waldo came and cleaned the fish, so we got this bowl of nice fillets. Today was a little bit different just because I think the weather had the bite just a little bit off. So hopefully tomorrow is going to be way better. It looks like we're getting some really good weather moving in tomorrow, so hopefully we can crack them one more day. But even though we struggled today, we scored enough fish to cook, and that's what I'm really stoked to show you guys, is this recipe for sweet and sour fish. Been really excited about this one, and it's really delicious. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Throw together a few ingredients. This one is actually very simple, very quick. Let's get into it. Alright, so I just got some white rice going in that pot right there. That's going to kind of be the base, and then we're going to make this sweet and sour sauce, which is really what makes this dish. It's really about the sauce. So if you have sweet and sour chicken, anything like that, whatever kind of meat you put in, it really doesn't matter. The thing with fish is that, especially crappie, is very flaky meat, so it's hard to put it into a dish like that because you don't want it to fall apart. So what I'm going to do is actually just lightly dust it in cornstarch, and then I'm just going to put a couple tablespoons of oil in this pan. and just lightly crisp it on the outside, so it's going to give that fish a little bit of structure so it doesn't fall apart when we put it in the sauce. But we don't want to bread it like a fried fish. This is only a couple tablespoons of oil and just some cornstarch. So I'm going to chunk this fish up a little bit because they're full fillets right now, and then we'll get them dusted in cornstarch and in the pan. Okay, so I'm only doing cornstarch on this, so no other seasoning. Pretty much all the flavor in this dish is gonna come from the sauce, so I really don't need to season this fish. Really all I'm trying to do is get some structure to the fish, and the best way to do that is just by coating it in cornstarch. So don't worry about seasoning it at this point. It's all gonna happen once we got the sauce made.
What are you doing while Pink
I
cooks?
am getting the iFish Pro rods ready, so I'm switching. What is this, 2 pound you said?
I think it's just last year's line, to be
Okay.
honest.
Crappie line. I'm switching it over to 6 pound Frost mono. So, because we're gonna go for some bigs tomorrow, and these are gonna be the iFish Pro rods. So, we thought we'd beef up the line a little bit because we have potential of a big one.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this sauce together really quick, and I don't actually have to. I'm gonna cook it all at one time. So I'm just gonna mix the sauce in this measuring cup, and then start cooking stuff. So, base of the sweet and sour sauce is just pineapple juice, ketchup, apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, and a little bit of soy sauce. So I'm just gonna open up the can. I'm gonna put the pineapple chunks in at the end, but I just want to use the juice right now in the sauce. Alright, so I just got the sauce mixed up. Basically, it's about equal parts pineapple juice and brown sugar, and then just a couple tablespoons of ketchup, a little soy sauce, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar, maybe a couple tablespoons. Just taste it as you go. I mean, if you know what sweet and sour sauce tastes like, that's pretty much what you're shooting for. Take it easy on the vinegar. You don't want to go over the top on that because that's going to make it really, really sour, and that's not exactly ideal. So that's ready to go. That's just going to hang out. Now I'm just going to do the fish in the pan. And once the fish is cooked, I'm actually going to take it out. I'll just put it in a bowl for a second. And then I just got a few vegetables. I'm going to come up with some bell peppers and a little bit of sweet onion. Just cook those quickly because I want them to stay crispy. I don't want them to get all soggy and everything. So I'm going to cook the vegetables very quick. Pour the sauce in. Add a little cornstarch slurry to thicken the sauce. And as soon as it's thick, add the fish back in. And it's done. Alright, so I'm just going to cut up a few things. I got 2 bell peppers, and then I have 1 sweet onion. So I'm just going to chunk them up. I'm going to keep the chunks kind of big. I want them to like roughly the same size as the chunks of fish. So when everything comes together, it's just a little bit nicer of a presentation deal. So I'm going to cut these up real quick. Sear them up in this pan. I want to try to keep them crispy, so I don't want to overcook them. If you overcook vegetables, they tend to kind of get soggy or a little bit wilted. So we don't want that to happen. We still want them to have a nice little crunch. But chunk these up, get them in the pan, get the sauce in there, and then add the fish. Alright, so now I'm just going to add a little bit of cornstarch slurry to thicken this thing up, drop the fish in, and it's done. So I got about 2 tablespoons, well, tablespoon and a half of cornstarch, probably about 2 tablespoons of water. Just need to bring it to a boil, and that cornstarch will thicken this right up. All right, I'm just going to add the fish in now. It's already kind of cooled down, and it's definitely kind of crisp on the outside, so it shouldn't fall apart immediately when we put it in there, which is what we want. All right, so we got it all done. Just sweet and sour fish, some white rice. So we're gonna crush this. It's already getting kind of late, so I think me and the boys are just gonna eat some food, go to bed, but we got a game plan for tomorrow. It's the last day of the trip tomorrow, and we wanna go out swinging. So the goal is to just go chase bombs only, and hopefully we can catch some ottertail freaks for you in the morning. But right now, we're gonna eat this food and get prepped for tomorrow. See you on the ice.
Yes, I'm tired. But today is our last day up in Ottertail County and at Shady Grove Resort. Just want to say a huge thank you and shout out to Ottertail County and Shady Grove Resort. Thank you for having us up. This place is honestly just really special. There aren't too many places that have an average fish size like this. The setup Shady Grove has is just awesome. We got just good bedrooms upstairs. It sleeps plenty. Couches are great. Cooking conditions are great. You got a warm fish cleaning station, and it's really affordable. So if you have some buddies that just want to come up for a fun ice fishing weekend, I don't know if there's a better place to stay, but we got one more day left. There's bombs up here, and we need to, we're gonna go swing for the fences, see if we can't hit a home run and have some fun.
Alright, so we're going to get one of these iFish Pros set up. We're actually going to put 4 out so we can all still jig too. So we got some set up with just a split shot and a little hook, and then some set up with some little blade jigs, and we're just going to put some fat heads on there. These are super easy to set up, and today, because it's going to be pretty windy, we're going to slush them in really good just so they don't blow away, because they actually sit on top of the ice rather than down in there. So we'll get these set up. And our wind direction is coming this way, so we're going to put the high side going that way. And then I like to just slush the handle in, and that'll keep everything in place. And then when you come to pick it up, you can just move it out of the way and fight the fish. So we're sitting about 14 feet of water. I got the little clip and then a bobber stop above that. So I'll just let it down. And I can use the Vexlar just to kind of see where the split shot's at while I'm letting it down.
Then you're gonna set it what, like 3 feet off, probably?
I'm thinking 3 feet off bottom. Okay, we got some saucy fat heads. And I'm gonna hook it on in just behind the dorsal fin here. That way it'll kick around really good down there on the hook. I'm gonna put it on the super light setting just under the lip, right like that.
What? You sure?
Oh, dude, it's there. It's there. It is.
Nope, he dropped it.
Oh,
damn it.
he was feeling, dude.
Yeah, he was.
Get the bait. Oh, another one. Go, go, go. I'll get it.
Not even, it's a largemouth.
Really?
Larry! Yeah. Not what we were looking for, Bart. Got us excited though, that didn't take long. We just had 2 flags back to back, like with, what, 30 seconds? I was just at that one. That fish let it go, so all of a sudden Pink said, hey, there's another one up. I ran to this one and ended up being a little bass, but that really gives me a lot of confidence this is gonna work. Don't you think?
Yeah,
I mean, just to get bites, you know.
they're bound to swim by it at
Yeah.
some point. It's
And
not
they-
a very big area.
And to get 2 that fast, I mean,
Right after we kind of quieted down
yeah.
from drilling holes.
I mean, it was
too.
5 minutes, not even after we calmed down, and they both went off. So let's get these set back up and get some more.
Or a big something.
We got something big. This flag just fired off and it's peel and drag. I'm not super sure what we even got a hold of here, but it's got some weight to it for sure.
That'd be cool if it was a walleye.
Who knows, man? It's heavy, whatever it is. It's freaking heavy, heavy fish. Yeah, yeah, he's dogging. Oh, that's a nice one. Thick mama. Sweet. Not the bomb crappie we were looking for, but that is an awesome bass. Just slam that tip up. So far the minnows have been getting eaten a little bit, and now we just need to turn into a crappie. Sweet bass though. Sweet.
All right, let's get this thing set back up. Hopefully we'll get a crappie on the next one. Bass.
There we go.
Them dang bass.
Them dang bass. Look how he sucks.
Goated.
We're putting on a bass clinic.
Yeah. Wrong species. Nice fish though. I mean, just dick. Built like them crappies out here. He ate it. Way down in there.
You're donating to the largemouth farm so far.
Right? Good thing.
Trying to get a crappie.
Good thing we got a lot of minnows.
Yeah. Thank gosh for the lady at the bait shop.
Yeah, right? She hit this up.
All right, well, time to set another one, right, Griff?
Yeah, get her to set up and hopefully get the crappie to bite these things.
That's the thing, though. It's weeding through them, right?
Yeah, it's just you're gonna catch everything with when you put minnows down. Probably get some pike, probably a walleye. Who knows, really?
Nice little bass. We got a bass! We got a bass! We got a bass. Time to let her go.
Hello.
Okay, time to get this guy reset.
So that was an epic failure. You know, some of those times where you scheme up something in the like cabin or condo or hotel room before you go out fishing and you're surely sure it's gonna work. We totally thought putting out tip-ups was gonna get these really roaming crappies to eat, and we'd pick up extra fish and we'd chase the other ones around. And instead, we caught 0 crappies. So I don't know what's going on out here. We caught a bunch of bass, really weird bite. But yeah, that happens early ice. That first ice bite, it can be really weird, be really fickle, especially when it's clear and glare like this. You got bluebird skies now, a bunch of wind. Just gets weird. So we are going to hop to a different lake and kind of go set up for basically the twilight bite as the sun sets. Go swing for the fences. Yeah, this is our last day up here. We're heading home no matter what, so hopefully we're able to capitalize. What are you? You're not a bass. A bluegill? Look at that. All right. On the board. Waldo's been catching a couple. This is a pretty small one for this lake, to be honest. But we're on the board. Fish are getting active. It is probably getting close to 3:30. So this lake, the prime time is that 4 to 6 window. Just as it gets dark, the water's crystal clear, so we're starting to see fish get active. That is a very good sign, so we're gonna keep after it. But that one just came up and straight up hammered it. Got him. Oh, nice gill. We're working on it. I just had 2 of them on the screen. He just raced up and smoked it. The sun just got down. It's starting to go down. A lot of fish are starting to show up. Pinkalla just caught one too. Hooked up.
Ooh, big gill. Nice. Pretty one. Heck yeah. Look at that thing. Gorgeous. Awesome colors on that thing. Had a whole school come in on the Vex.
Was able to get one to bite, but they are super finicky. I mean, they came up and they just stared it down for like 2 minutes solid. Look at that, freaking nice gill, man. Sweet, let's get that one back. Sweet gill. That feels like a bluegill. Let's see what we got. Looks like a pretty nice bluegill. Oh yeah. Wow, look at that thing. Sweet. Yeah, he's pretty nice. Check that out. Another bomb bluegill. All right, so just caught this pretty sweet bluegill right here. Nice bull. And we're still looking for those crappies, but the sun's starting to set. Fish are getting more and more active. We're seeing a lot more marks on the Vex, and just had this guy come in, super aggressive actually, and just pop that jig. Just snoot hooked him. He fought really good, and I'm gonna get him back. But this is cool to be able to be catching big bluegills when you're waiting on a giant crappie. So get that one back, and I caught that one on this Bart Chronicle rod. It's a spring bobber rod, and I'm using a pretty small jig, so I was able to see that really light bite. I mean, he popped it pretty good, but he didn't take the line down super hard, so it was just a little pop, and I was able to hit him right away. And this rod's sweet. I've been catching tons of largemouth on this too. It loads up really good, so even, you know, those big bluegills, when they start pinwheel and you don't get all those slack line getting thrown in your rod, you can really keep it loaded up and fight them right to the hole. So sweet rod, check that one out. Kind of a good all-around rod. Hooked up. Well, I'm hooked up with something good, and it is really dark out. It's acting like a crappie, but we'll see. Hold on, I'm hooked up. I don't know what we got here. Holy shit. It sure is. You want to get him? Sure. It's a stud, dude. Ooh. Get him. Thank you. Hell yeah. Look at that. Dude, freaking right. Just caught this awesome walleye. Freaking stud. And we were just getting ready to leave. I was working this mark for probably like 5 minutes. Just kept coming and going, and I was like, oh dang, maybe we're gonna get our shot at a nice crappie, and ended up being this bomb walleye. Today has been an absolute multi-species day. We've caught largies, bluegill, now walleye. You know, we caught a pike even, but didn't even catch one crappie today. So sometimes, you know, you're out there targeting them and it ends up being something you didn't expect, but this was still a super cool day. We caught tons of fish, just not the target species, but that's what happens. But these lakes up here are just loaded with bombs. I mean, check that out. Yeah, awesome walleye. Let's get him, let's measure him, see what he is.
Oh, wow.
It's like 24-inch walleye. And back just up. An absolute fatty. Super sweet way to end the night. And we're gonna release this one.
Look at those eyes, those things are so cool.
And then pack up, but super cool fish. Always stoked to catch a really nice walleye like that. It's nighttime.
It is nighttime. It is dark. We are very tired and exhausted. It has been 4 days of a grind, but 4 days of a blast up in Otter Tail County. We caught just about everything you could imagine. It started off lightning fast for us, and kind of the crappie bite just tapered out a little bit. But I mean, we're here. We told you this from day one. We're here to show you the good, the bad, the ugly, and all the in between. And today was just honestly, it was kind of just a multi-species smash fest. We didn't get one of our desired species, but we tried a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like we were a little bummed out that we didn't get on the crappies, but at the same time, we were catching fish like all day. So yeah. It was pretty fun. We actually caught some really quality fish too, some really nice largemouth, and finishing it off with that freaking beast walleye was really, really cool. So even though the crappie fishing wasn't on fire today, we did have a couple days where it was just absolutely insane, and we were loving every minute of it, I can tell you that.
Yeah. But, yeah. No, it was a great time, and yeah, I mean, needless to say, we're done. We're gonna head home. We're gonna get back to the metro. It is getting warm again, so I don't know how much longer there's even gonna be ice up here. But the one thing I can tell you is this little Otter Tail County mini trip is over, and the next time you see us, we'll be back in the metro doing the deal. So I can't wait to get back to the cities, to familiar water. This has been a great vacation, but until next time, we are on to the next one.